Hello, it's Fay Semple here, and today I'm thrilled to guide you through this immersive journey into the world of earth magic, and we're going to be particularly focusing on the Celtic Wheel and Lughnasa. So let's explore these ancient traditions, rituals, and ceremonies that can bring a profound sense of peace and purpose to our lives. So grab a cup of tea, find a comfortable spot, and let's begin. So the Celtic Wheel is this ancient calendar that marks the cyclical nature of seasons through 8 significant festivals. This calendar really provides a profound roadmap, I suppose, to living in harmony with the Earth's rhythms. And it's something that I incorporate with my geomancy students in my Genesis program. So by connecting with these points of the year, we realign ourselves with the natural world. And today we're going to delve into one significant festival, which is Lughnasa. Now, Lughnasa is celebrated on the 1st of August, and it marks the beginning of the harvest season. It falls halfway between the summer solstice, then we have Lughnasa, and then we have the autumn equinox. This time of year was traditionally a period of gathering the grains and giving thanks for the fruits of the first harvest. It's a day really steeped in gratitude and abundance and a community celebration. But it's a phase of energy. We mark it with this day, but just like summer blends into autumn, spring blends into summer, autumn blends into winter, it's really the apex of a particular type of energy. So Lughnasa really has profound spiritual significance. It honors the Celtic god Lugh, who symbolizes skill, craftsmanship, and light. And spiritually, this festival is a time to acknowledge the fruits of our labor and to celebrate our accomplishments. It invites us really to reflect on the abundance in our lives, while also preparing for this gradual shift towards this introspective season that comes at the close of autumn, where we go into winter. So it's inviting us to see what is the harvest of all our labors, what have we accomplished, but also to reflect perhaps on what didn't go quite so well, so we can deal with that in the winter months. So there are many ways that we can mark Lughnasa. You might have a gratitude ceremony, where you actually consciously write out the things that you're grateful for all the abundance in your life. You might include, things like you might bake bread, you might go and collect some berries, but really spend time thinking about all this abundance that is out there in the natural world at the moment. And it's all grown this year. In the winter, particularly in the northern hemisphere, there is very little growth. Everything looks a bit dead. There's no leaves on the trees. And look at it now. We have blackberries ripening in the hedges. We have these wonderful, full green leaves going into this phase of leaves now. These mature leaves everywhere. We have flowers. We have, tomatoes growing on the vines. With this, it's abundant. Everything, all the effort and work that nature has put in this year, when it risks throwing those seeds around, so that it's got the maximal chance of growth, where it throws into everything, and we have the masculine energy, the full sun energy of being out there in the world. This is everything that we're achieving right now. So you can have sort of a gratitude ceremony that expresses the full provision and support that the universe provides for us. You may want to spend time walking in nature, collecting wildflowers, herbs, seeds, insect counting, listening to the birds, because it's really a time to connect with the earth and its cycles. And it's a wonderful time of year. So it's abundance everywhere. And it's a time where we can look around and say, we can reap everything that nature has sown for us. It's also a great time of year for things like, because of the sun god Lugh, engaging in something that embodies your crafting and your skills. So if you are a crafter or somebody who has a particular skill, or maybe not, maybe you want to just start, maybe you want to learn how to do something, maybe you want to, learn how to knit or crochet or do woodwork or whatever it may be, but engage in a creative act or practice a skill. The creative act can be as simple as, I'm going to bake some bread, I'm going to make a pie. It doesn't matter what it turns out like. You don't have to be a perfect cook, but just to do something creative, because this honors the spirit of Lugh. I'd say it could be making bread, it could be creating art, it could be even writing a poem. But the key is to immerse yourself in activity that brings you joy and satisfaction, echoing the craftsmanship and skillfulness associated with the god Lu. So, and while these rituals have their roots in ancient traditions, they hold valuable lessons for modern living. Today, we can adapt sort of ceremonies to suit our contemporary lifestyles and personal spiritual practices. So here are my suggestions for some of the ways that you can integrate the essence of Lughnasa into your daily life. Mindful eating. Create a harvest season, celebrate the harvest season rather by, preparing a meal of locally sourced seasonal ingredients. And as you eat, take a moment to appreciate the journey from seed to table and the countless hands or, weather, nature spirits, anything that has contributed to your nourishment. Maybe you want to involve some kind of community event or organize a community event that focuses on sharing skills and talents to showcase everybody's creative ability. And again, their role in providing provision for societies and communities. And it also fosters a sense of unity and mutual support, much like the communal celebrations of ancient times. You might want to, invite all your friends and family around for a meal, bring some food to share, and just enjoy each other's company. It's also a great time for personal reflection. So take time to journal your achievements and the harvest of all your efforts over the past year. Reflect on what you have accomplished. Celebrate even the minor things. Don't look at your cup as half empty. Look at it as half full. And in fact, you could say that actually my harvest is just in the wrong size cup. Put it in a different cup and then it will be full. Reflect on what you have accomplished and then really set intentions for what you wish to cultivate moving forward. So if we look at nature, the seeds that survive are the seeds that have survived this year will be the seeds that will grow next year. If nature earlier this year threw seeds out in an environment that was inhospitable to that plant's growth, it won't survive or it won't have produced the harvest that we want. And we have to look at our intentions and our goals in that way. What flourished in my life that I want to see more of? What didn't nurture me and didn't flourish? Those are the things that we need to let go as we move into that introspecting time of year. So connecting with the energy of Lughnasa is really about cultivating a sense of presence and mindfulness. So I'd like to give you a few practices to help you tune in to the vibrations of this festival. Meditation. Practice a guided meditation, perhaps working through the themes of gratitude, abundance, or the cycles of nature. Visualize yourself as part of the earth's rhythmic dance, experiencing the ebbs and flows of the seasons. Now, if you're not a sitting quietly meditator, which not everybody is, I'm not. I prefer active meditations. I prefer walking meditations. So you can do that by walking through nature. And you can look at the changes of the season. Think about the spring, think about the summer, think about the autumn, think about the winter. And, you have gone through these cycles with everything else. And you are going through these seasons in your relationships, in your life, in your projects, in your creative ideas, in your work. We are at different points on the Celtic wheel, if you like, on different aspects of our lives. So, we experience ebbs and flows of energy. There are times when things are really great and abundant, and there are times when there is scarcity, the dark night of the soul, midwinter. But all things pass, and we always inevitably move into the next season, the next phase, because we have to, because that's how things work. So if you want to do a sitting meditation, that's fine. But if you're not a quiet sitting meditation person, don't be afraid to take that into an active meditation or walking meditation, and to focus your attention. Grounding exercises are also really good. Where it's warm, the soil is dry. You can spend some time barefoot on the earth and feel the soil beneath your feet. This simple act can really help you feel more connected to the land and its energies. Our body is uniquely attuned to the piezoelectricity in the sun, in the soil, to electromagnetic currents of the earth. And they help regulate our neurochemistry, they help regulate our hormones, this helps regulate our whole physiological system. So putting your feet on the earth is a very grounding and balancing thing to do. You can use affirmations if you want, perhaps. You might, for instance, write, I am grateful for the abundance in my life, or I celebrate the fruits of my labor and welcome the harvest season with an open heart. Because, you know, within our world, we are surrounded by many devas or spiritual beings. And one of those is the deva of provision. And this is our sort of right to be sustained, to be nurtured, and to have provision. That's what the universe wants for us. So if we can work with the deva of provision, then we can get everything that we want into our lives. So the deva of provision is one that I particularly like working with at this time of year, because she wants to bring us into a harmonious relationship with the resources and the support that we need. She reminds us, as I say, the deva, that I call her she, that abundance is our birthright and the universe is inherently generous. And she can help us align us with the natural rhythms of giving and receiving that we see out in nature. So when we stay connected to our sacred energy, we can focus on the abundance around us, helps us to remove any blocks or limitations that we may have around abundance and support. And this is particularly important when we feel the world is very trying and there's lots of darkness and dark energies in the world, where everything that we hold dear seems to be crumbling around us. We have to have faith the universe is there to support us and is there to provide for us. So when we cultivate a deep sense of trust and gratitude for resources that come our way, and we know that more are going to come, and we know that they are a reflection of the universe's generosity and love, then we're more likely to be open to receiving those things, and we're more likely to share freely. And that helps keep the energy moving around, which is ideally what we want. We want to know that we have ample provision coming our way, that we can circulate money, circulate love, circulate gifts, circulate everything in the world, because that is within the natural ebb and flow of energy. So yeah, there's so much we can do to celebrate Lughnasa, or Lammas as it's also known, but it is a celebration of bounty, of harvest, of reaping everything that we have sown. And if that harvest is perhaps not everything that you envisaged, then, you know, it's a time when we can look at that and we can prepare to move into the introspective time of the year that's coming later after harvest, and think about, well, if things didn't work out for me this year, what really is it? What seeds do I want to plant? What do I want to see come to life in my life? What do I want to nurture into existence through my actions next year? You know, we have so much opportunities to turn things around at a moment's notice. It's never too late. So, you know, and that in itself is a harvest. That in itself is abundant, to know that, you know, my intentions and my energy are really hugely powerful creative force in my own life. So I want to thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of ancient geomancy, and how that reflects in our lives with this celebration of Lughnasa. And as we explore today, these ancient traditions offer us really a sacred blueprint for living in harmony with the natural world, which is at the heart of geomancy. And by honouring the cycles and seasons of the earth, we can find a deeper connection to ourselves and the universe around us. So as always, if you've got value from this video, do like and subscribe and hit the notification buttons so that you will know next time a video is posted or I go live. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you all next time.